Hi, I'm Emma Milliken. I'm the Indigenous support teacher here at Spectrum. I just wanted to do territory acknowledgement today. I'd like to acknowledge the Songhees and Esquimalt nations on whose land Spectrum is on and our school district is on. I'm a visitor to this land, as many of us are. These beautiful territories, and I just want to acknowledge and say thank you to the Lekwungen speaking people on whose traditional territories we live and we go to school and we learn and we do all of our wonderful stuff. This is the Lekwungen greeting and welcome, so you might see these in some of our many of our classrooms have these now. So this is the Esquimalt and Songhees Nation welcome, how they welcome visitors to their traditional territories. Osiam nu Shwelakwa, Osiam nu Chelacha, Haishkwa Guants and Ateto Lekwungen Tunnel, Haishkwa Siam nu Quilia. So that's how you say that. And so that's our traditional territory acknowledgement.
Hello grade 8s, welcome to Spectrum. We are standing at the front parking lot entrance to the school. This will be the entrance for many of you next year. If you're getting a drive to school, you'll be coming in this driveway, hanging a left at the first sign there and being dropped off in the lower parking lot. Some of you will be arriving by bus. You'll be getting off at the bus stops and walking your way down the street and into the school. So welcome, we're going to show you around. Entrances to the school are many. There's the lower entrance. This takes you into the library, the lower wing of the new wing. So you can come in this way, especially if you're coming from the parking lot. There's an entrance at the further end of this building by the grade 12 parking lot, as we like to refer to it. And then I'm going to show you the main entrance up by the main circle of the school.
Hello grade 8s, I'm Mr. Bidney here, Principal Spectrum Community School. Looking forward to seeing you all at our school very, very soon. Come by my office anytime, say hi. Looking forward to seeing you. Take care everyone.
Here we are at the front entrance, the main circle. This is the main entrance to the building, but again, as I mentioned, there's multiple ways into the building. Doors on the back, side, and the two main front doors. So follow me. We're going to go into the main lobby. And luckily, all this COVID stations and sign-in rules will be passed and we'll be moving into a more normal experience at Spectrum. One of the exciting new things at Spectrum is our Career Center. There is 3 amazing career staff in here that can help you with future career plans, course selections, programs at Camosun, resume writing, job finding. They are super helpful, and it's a really nice space in there to get help with all of those things. Into the main lobby, cafeteria's in there. This is a popular place for kids at lunchtime, and then we proceed either to the breezeway, which takes you to the new wing. We're going to see that in a little bit. You can proceed downstairs to the gyms, theaters, band room. You can proceed out the back doors. Students with mobility issues or injuries have access to the elevators here. And then this is the staircase to the main office.
Hey there, my name is Joey Deleba. I'm the president of the Student Council and I am graduating this year. Here are some tips and tricks from my classmates and fellow graduating class for you guys. Try new things, they're always going to be the best thing. Try not to care what people think about you. And remember, after the first week, things are going to be a little less scary.
So just a little note for you on the first day of school, which is going to be in September. You're going to come in and there's going to be tables set up here and your timetables will be here. You will probably have received one before then, but if you haven't, don't worry. They will be here for you to pick up. If you have any questions about that, you're going to head upstairs to the second floor. So follow me. We're going to head up the staircase. We're heading on up. Here we are, second floor of the old wing. There's the office. This is a very helpful place.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Brown. I'm one of the vice principals here and I'm really excited to meet you and welcome you to Spectrum next year. This is the main office and one of the places that you can find me, though you might see me out and about in the school or outside. I'm happy to talk to you whenever, but if you do need to make an appointment with me, this is where you'll come and you'll talk to Amanda, and she'll be able to help you out and set up some time. But I'm happy to meet you outside or any other place that works.
She can answer lots of questions. We have the counseling office here, room 201. You will have a counselor assigned to your name. This is where you can come. And then we have the youth and family counselor offices here. All right, so here we are at a very important place. This is the store. They sell ice cream sandwiches at break. There's pizza a couple times a week at lunch. A really good deal on pizza. So this is a place where you can come. This whole area is called the mall. This is where most of the lockers are. It is a place where you can hang out. There's a staircase going upstairs to the 3rd floor. There's a staircase going downstairs to the foods classes and the shops. And there's multiple ways to get up and down here. So follow me.
Join new clubs. Find friends who will make you feel good about yourself. Stay true to who you are and find your passion.
We have girls' washroom, boys' washroom. We have another girls' washroom and boys' washroom down the hall here. Again, more lockers. Students on a break wearing their masks. It's great. Another staircase going up, another staircase going down to foods class. We're going to check that out in a bit. And then we're going to keep proceeding down to the end of the mall towards our shop classes. This is predominantly science classes along here, so we have a bio lab, a chem lab, a physics lab, and one of our most famous Hokies, which is another name for a Spectrum student, is Recyclops, which is our robotics team's robot, and it is pretty amazing. If you're interested in robotics, you can join the robotics team and work with Recyclops. All right, here we are, going downstairs to the shop classes. So those of you that are interested in electrical, auto, wood, drafting, metal, this is the place to go. So we went from the 2nd floor down to the 1st floor of the old building. We have a film studio here of video arts. So those of you that want to make movies, get into movie production, get into photo production, that's the place to be. And then come on down, I'm going to show you. Spectrum is very well known for its quality of shops. This is the metal shop. You can learn some sheet metal work. You can learn how to weld. You can make metal art. So lots of options here. Very, very popular class. We're going to move into the auto shop. Students are working on engines, cars, tune-ups, brakes. We've got a very well set up shop here. Follow me, we're going to head over to the wood shop. And again, excellent setup here. Lots of tools and machines for students to create amazing products. There's our shop teacher, Mr. Reed. You're saying hello to our grade 8 students for next year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And we're just...
Take a shop class.
All right. And this is the electrical shop. It is another program like some of our other programs at Spectrum that has a dual credit aspect to it, or a career aspect. That means that you can actually do some college courses in electrical while you're at Spectrum at no charge. So a great way to get your career and your education post-secondary advanced quickly. Thank you, Mr. Reed. So, if you're in the shop and you want a quick way to exit to the rest of the building, you can always take a side door and head back to the main door, which is just down there. We're going to go back in and head up to the 3rd floor. So here we are. We came up from the 1st floor to the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor via one of the stairwells, and we're up on the 3rd floor of the old wing. One of the neat things about the 3rd floor is it's got our grad classes. So here's last year's grad class, 2020. It's in descending order, and it goes all the way down the hall. And so if you have a family friend, a relative, or a parent that graduated from Spectrum, one day you can come and try and find their picture. That'd be fun to do. This floor has predominantly math, some languages. So if you have a math course, a language course, you're going to be up here on the 3rd floor. No lockers up here, no bathrooms up here, so it's important to know that if you need to use the washroom, you're going to go down to the floor below us where the mall is, if you recall, and there's washrooms there. Another staircase going down to the 2nd floor. Then we're going to head down to the learning support wing, and that's an important wing for lots of students. This is 3 classrooms that provide learning support for students that need extra help. We have an English class on the right, learning support on the left. Miss Warner and Miss McClellan's classroom is in room 303. And then another important, very important part is our First Nations support. We have a First Nations classroom, 301, and our First Nations office where Miss Milliken is there to help with any questions and supports you might need. So,
Keep your mental and physical health balanced and pack yourself a large lunch.
one of the tasty parts of the school, of course, is our cafeteria. We have a lovely chef in our kitchen that makes hot meals on a daily basis with the help of students that may or may not want to have a career in the culinary world. You can come here and grab a hot lunch, a cold lunch, snacks, baked goods, lots of great stuff, good deals. If you want to be part of that process and learning those skills of working in a restaurant, then I'm going to show you our amazing industrial kitchen. The 2nd floor, there's the outside walk-in freezers and fridges. And then we come into the main area of the industrial kitchen. We have our cooking teacher and chef, Ms. Humanek, and all the industrial cooking equipment that allows you to prepare gourmet meals to feed the school. Great program, very good for college transfer, well worth your time. We are in our foods classes. Students are producing and making yummy, warm, delectable delights. Lots of stations. Students have different recipes every day, every week, producing all kinds of foods from around the world. And then here we are in the textiles class, where they're going to do some of their paperwork for their foods classes and potentially work on some fashion projects, work on sewing. So lots of different options here at Spectrum.
Keep a schedule and don't procrastinate because your homework will pile up.
Lots of benches for you to hang out on. Picnic tables around the outside of the building for your lunch. We are always encouraging students to get outside when they get a chance to do that. We're back at the front door. This is the main entrance. This is where you're going to come in September on your first day, but we're going to head down to the lower entrance, which I showed you earlier, to the main parking lot. Those of you that are theater and musically inclined, on our right here is the exterior wall of our amazing theater. We're going to show you that. It's one of our very popular places and we're super proud of it. A lot of high tech in there. Great programs like the Stagecraft program, the musical theater program. We do an amazing production every year. So here we are coming into the lower entrance. And students are on a break, getting some fresh air. This is for our grade 8 students next year, guys.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah. So here we are entering again through the lower entrance. And as we come in, there's a hygiene station. We're in the lower floor of the new wing. Here's our amazing library. Lots of resources here. You'll get your textbooks here. You're going to get help from Mr. Clark, and they are super helpful. There's workstations in here, places to print your work. We have a great musical program here. This is the band room. Students are getting ready for a performance, getting all warmed up. This is for our grade 8 students next year. So as you can see, very popular, tons of instruments, huge repertoire of music that these students play. Another great aspect about Spectrum is the athletics. We have, I would say, 20 different sports that happen throughout the year here. This is our newly created Alumni Sports Hall of Fame. It has students from as far back as the 1970s right up to about 10 years ago. Players from the NFL, CFL, soccer, track and field, female and male Spectrum alumni that have done very well and gave a lot to our school. That's our old gym. We have 2 gyms here. We're blessed with 2 gyms. This is the old gym. In the lower floor of the new wing, there are bathrooms on this floor. That's important to note. There are bathrooms on the next floor up. This is the only 2 wings that both have bathrooms. That's important. We already saw our library. I'm going to take you around to our second gym and our dance studio. We have a very large dance program here at Spectrum, and this is our new gym. So we're just on the other side of that door, 2 gyms, which is great. Let me show you outside where the outdoor activities occur. Gravel field, so that works well when it's wet. And then our football, soccer, baseball. This is the place to be when the weather's good, to be outside. And we've got our computer labs. I'm going to show you those. They're super high tech, all updated machines in here. Students are working on Photoshop, animation, web design, all sorts of programs here. Very, very recommend what we do here. It's a great program. We got 2 labs. This is our business, entrepreneurship, marketing. Students working away with Mr. Groot, our entrepreneur teacher. Another great program for you to advance your future post-secondary and career. So then we get into CLE. We've got our Spanish class. There's 2 different levels of Spanish that you can take here. And then if you notice up on the ceiling, this wing is full of artwork. That's because we are approaching our art class. So here's our art studio, and this is where Miss Rayner guides our creative students in their creative productions, outputs. They just decorated the Perks Arena, the mural on the outside of the school, art that you see throughout the school. Lots of different mediums that she teaches in here. So if you are creative minded or just want to learn a new skill, this is a class that you should be part of. So we are at the end of the wing. We're going to go upstairs to the 2nd floor. That door is not open during COVID, but is an exit to get out of the building, get you close to Burnside if you're catching the bus. Student parking lot for grade 11s and 12s is on the right there. Let's head on up. We have another art studio where lots of creative productions are happening. And then our social studies and English wing. There's also lockers on this floor and the floor below. So they're only in the mall and the old side. And then on the 2 floors here, there's bathrooms on this floor. We have a law criminology class, a genocide class, world history. So if you are interested in social studies, history of the world, social issues, lots of choices for you at Spectrum. So we are now returning to the old wing. We're going to go through what we call the breezeway. It's a long walkway that takes you back. We again have bathrooms on this floor. Keep that in mind. And one of the things you'll see around the school is the murals that the grad classes have given as a gift to the school. So that's the class of 2009. Here's another one that's the class of 2011. And then one of my favorites, class of 2019, gave that as a gift to the school. And then here we return to the main floor, to the main entrance, where we all started this morning, where it all started this morning, and exit at the end of the day. And then So thanks for joining us on this journey. Hopefully you have answered some of your questions about what it's going to look like next year. I'm sure you have many more, and we have lots of ways to answer those questions for you.
Stay with the friends that support you. Teachers are your biggest help, so ask them for it. And remember, Spectrum is all about showing kindness to everyone.